tonight's topic is mistakes. Not people make mistakes. You know why? Because, well, we're human. People make mistakes. Anybody can make a mistake. But supposedly God doesn't make mistakes. Or does he? Now, if we go back and we actually look at the Bible, now, when God supposedly made Adam and Eve, he put the tree of knowledge in the middle of it, said, don't eat from it. So, what's the first thing he does? The people do? They go and eat from it. Mistake number one, put in a tree in arm's reach. If, let's say, I was God, and I had a tree of knowledge, and I said, don't eat from it, I'd put up fencing, I'd put it in another part of it, or better yet, don't even put it in the goddamn garden. I mean, that's like saying, here's a bottle of pills, don't eat them, you can shake them all you want, but don't eat them. Oh, they look so colorful. Ooh, they look like they might even be tasty.
What you're saying is that on the 8th day, God should have created razor wire?
It's right. That should have been on the first day. God creates razor wire, then he creates the planet.
On the 9th day, he electrified it.
Yeah. No, that's the 10th day. The 9th day, he was still trying to string it out. So.
In the 11th day, he flooded it.
Right, then shorting out the wire, screwing everything up. But anyway, then God supposedly had let everybody just do their own thing, and then he floods out the world because he didn't like what he did. If you're all-powerful God, you would have known this is the direction they were going to do. So you've made another mistake. There is a whole list of mistakes that God has made. I found it at the Rational Wiki. It's rationalwiki.org/wiki/list of mistakes made by God. I'll put it in the link description at packardpokes@wordpress.com. But for right now, let's get on to our timer here. And the timer will be right over here. There it is. There we go. And we'll start with Medusa. Medusa, your time starts now.
Me first?
You're first, yes.
What did I do to deserve that?
You're just I shook some magic dice, and I said, you're going first. Go.
That's religion.
Yes.
You lost the coin toss.
Yes, you lost the coin toss. There you go.
I didn't know there was a coin toss.
You should have called heads.
You should. Exactly. Should have called heads before the end of the show. Anyway, please.
Now I forgot the topic.
Does God make mistakes?
Does God make mistakes?
Yes, he makes... No.
It's a trick question. It's like, wait, what?
It is. No. There is no God. So how can he make a mistake? That is my argument, and it is nullifying.
Yeah, well, I understand that. I don't believe there's a God either. But if there was a God, let's just
pretend.
We're just pretending. We're just pretending there's a God. Now, does God make mistakes?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
And I have an example.
Okay.
The duck-billed platypus.
Yeah.
That gives birth, that urinates, and defecates all out of one hole.
Yeah.
Now that is wrong.
Plus it's a mammal that lays eggs and is poisonous.
Thank you. That is a mistake.
Yes.
You put all the mistakes in Australia.
Yeah, they're poisonous. Yes, they are poisonous.
Man, I was
one.
Yeah, no, well, you don't want one because they bite you.
I don't want one now.
And the thing is with Adam and Eve, now he makes Adam and Eve, right? But he takes a rib from Adam and makes Eve. No, just poof out of existence like he did with Adam. So basically, I've heard this argument. It's a great argument that since that God made Eve out of Adam's rib, they have the same DNA. So basically, it's like masturbation. He's just doing himself at that point. So and then they're having kids. And, oh my gosh, where does it stop? What are your thoughts on this, Joe?
Yeah, I actually Googled this question, and the first thing that came up was gotquestions.org.
Yeah, I saw that one.
You saw that? It said, make no mistake about it, God makes no mistakes.
Yeah.
Great is the Lord, and greatly be he praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. And that's from Psalms 145:3. The next Google search was awesome, because it was a list on Rational Wiki of all the mistakes that God has made.
Yeah, that's the one that's what I've got pulled up right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool because it listed ones from Scripture, ones from nature, assuming that there is a God and God created nature.
Right.
it mentioned the one that you brought up, like, why does he need an object, a physical object like dust or a rib to create something when he can poof the universe into existence?
Right.
Maybe
he had a bad burrito. Maybe he had a bad burrito, and it just kind of like it just came out the other end. Because you ever have a bad burrito? Sometimes you get those chunks in there. You're like so.
Sometimes relationships don't work out.
I've created many universes after bad burritos.
Yes, I have too.
Another example that Rational Wiki gave, which I thought was kind of clever, it said that if nature is intelligently designed, then why do whales and dolphins, why don't they have gills? Yeah. Why do they have to come up to the surface to breathe? It's almost like they evolved from an animal that breathed there anyway. Oh, wait, they did.
Yes, exactly.
So,
And let's not even talk about the reproductive system. I mean, why would any god put our pleasure centers right there in the middle of our legs, and then we have to piss out of it, and then put the waste disposal right next to it? I don't think so. I mean, it would have been. No, I'm serious. I am serious here, because if you're gonna, if you were, of course it's gross. These people. That's what these religious people believe. That the thing is, though, if I would put it somewhere that it's a little bit more accessible, so it's not going to get damaged easily, and two, so waste products don't come out of it or come out near it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
I would put the sexual organs on the face. Boom. Get busy.
Every time you kiss, you're making out. Oink, oink, oink.
Now, are you talking about like something flawed in God's design, or a movie you have in your private collection?
Well, that too. But anyway,
I'm a little confused here.
So are we. That's why we're all together.
One of my favorite examples that I often bring up is the tornado thing. I mean, if God exists and he's all powerful and he doesn't make mistakes, then who destroys the churches when the tornado rips through the Bible Belt?
Right, exactly.
Because you could Google that. You can Google churches, tornado, image search, and boom, you got pictures of churches all over the Midwest, ripped in half, holes in their roofs, sometimes nothing left except a piece,
Oh, yeah.
And, God made no mistake. He wanted that church destroyed.
Exactly. And, and the thing is, it takes humans 9 months to have a baby, for example. I mean, while the rest of the animal kingdom, they can get it done in just a few weeks. That's and when God goes looking for Cain and Abel, and he's like, "Hey, Cain, where's your brother?" What? Whoa, wait a minute. God doesn't know. Excuse me. So much for
chalked it up to a scriptural mistake.
Yeah, obviously. The thing is,
kill the editor.
Yeah, kill the editor. The thing is, though, the mistakes that God's made is just abound. But you talk to a religious person, they seem to think that their God can't make any mistakes. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, let's talk about the Tower of Babel for a second. If God didn't want us to work together, supposedly, and he he scrambles everybody's brains so no one can speak the same language. Well, you know what? We've got this thing called a space shuttle and a space station. So if Babel is so damn fiery important to stop, why doesn't God come down again and crash down every space shuttle, crash down every space station, every satellite we put into orbit? Why? Because there is no fucking God. I've said it.
Thank you.
Prove it to me that there is.
We should call it the International Space Station of Babel.
Hey, you know what? Might as well, because it's an international space station. It's not just.
We all speak different languages.
That's right. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, and the thing is, what's funny is about that. It just off on a tangent here, that the Americans, before they go up, they have to learn all these other languages so they can talk to them. These other people, they don't have to learn they don't have to learn American or the other languages. So the Americans sit there going, "I gotta translate for everybody." So
yeah, there's Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they use.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why the lone cosmonaut always hangs out in the Russian module, which smells funny and has loud noises. And all the Americans hang out by the space hatch and make music videos with a Canadian guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. and let's talk about diseases and everything. They'll say, "Oh, no, the devil brings disease." I thought the devil I thought God made everything, not the devil. The devil can't create anything. Anyway, we're done. So we're That's our
We
time.
could go into overtime when it's your tangent.
No, I try not to. I just lost track of the time of the clock here, actually. But
We just did.
yeah, as far as intelligent design and your God making no mistakes, well, wake up. Have a fucking clue. There is no God that you can prove.